May I start asking questions now?
Yes,
lovely.
we can.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I wish I could ask them in French. Unfortunately, I'm not that good.
No, that's fine.
First things first. Team news for the weekend, especially Aggie and Hannah. It's her birthday on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So, any updates on any team news for the weekend?
Yes, so from last game, we have Anna who won't be here. She picked up a quad injury. She will be out for a few weeks. So we'll see if we can see her before the end of the year, but not sure. Aggie is back in the squad, and from the game we have everyone else available for the game on Sunday.
So does that mean that Hannah might miss out for England as well before the end of the year?
Yeah, it could be the case, yes.
Sam Kerr also grabbed the headlines in midweek, as she usually does when she's in the team. Back in the team for the first time in almost 2 years. How pleased are you to have her back available, and what is she going to bring to your team that maybe you don't have at the moment?
Yeah, really important to have Sam back, and as you could see, she started the first game for us, Champions League game. She was able to have a good performance and also to score 2 goals. I think what Sam brings is a leadership into the team, but also the fact she's a goal scorer, and I think that's really important. She has a lot of experience, and she's always in the right position to score some goals. Sorry.
And this weekend you face Gareth Taylor, who's now at Liverpool. He's been a bit of a thorn in Chelsea's side over the last few years. He was the last manager to manage 2 of their last 4 WSL defeats. There's not been many of them, but he was there for 2 of them. And the last manager to stop Chelsea scoring as well. Now, I know this won't matter to you. I know you won't care.
No, it matters, for sure it matters. I'm aware of that.
But he has a tougher challenge with Liverpool this time around. What do you make of their season so far? It's been really difficult for them both on and off the pitch, and the job that Gareth's doing there at the moment.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say Gareth is a really good coach. I think when you look at Liverpool performances, I think you can already see his style, the way he wants the team to play, and I think it just shows how good he is as a coach, because that's never easy to implement your ideas coming into a new club. So I think for that reason, he's doing well. When you look at their games, again, I don't think the place they have in the table reflects the performances they are having. And most of the games, they sometimes lost only by 1 goal difference, which means, they are pretty good and not conceding a lot of goals. And I've been aware of the fact it's been pretty tough for them on and outside the pitch. Sometimes, it's difficult. They are facing probably a transitional year and also tough moments in the club. So I'm with them in the tough moments they had outside the club, but also I'm hoping they won't react in a good way on the pitch on the game on Sunday. They can wait the next weekend.
A final question. Yesterday, WSL Football announced new guidelines for upgrading women's stadiums and potentially building new ones as well. Chelsea are one of the few women's teams in England to have their own designated stadium. So what are your thoughts on not only the new guidelines, but what the future could or should look like for women's stadiums in the UK?
Yeah, I think it's really good to have these new guidelines about women's stadiums. I think we have some differences in the game, and I think that's important to take that in account. I think going into the stadium with specific for women could be something really great. I think changing room can be different. Having areas for babies, but also maybe something like a nursery could be a good idea, because as you know, a lot of families are coming to watch the game. Sometimes for parents it's also good to have an option to let the kids go with someone who's taking care of them for you to watch the game. So yes, some good ideas, and I think it's good to have this in mind going into the future and looking at options to build women's stadium. It's a great thing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. We'll jump over to Zoom now. And Helen, can we come to you, please?
Yes, hi Sonia.
Hi, Helen.
Here.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, I'm asking the question here, sorry. I'm just being silly.
Sorry.
I've spoken to loads of head coaches this week. You're the 9th person I've spoken to. I'm going to ask you the same question. So Manuel Pellegrini, you probably remember him from managing Man City, etc.
Yeah.
He's put come forward with this really interesting idea about a rule change, that the moment the ball goes over the halfway line, you can't then pass it back. That's the rule he would bring in, excuse me, if he could wave a magic wand. And I know you and Renee and everybody else have been talking about VAR, which is sort of almost like a separate thing. But if you had all the power to make a change yourself in the rules, maybe you've got more than one, I don't know, what would it be?
Sorry, Helen, because that's a tough one. I was not expecting that one, and I didn't really have time to reflect on that. But would be maybe to ask the officials to anytime Chelsea is scoring a goal to double the goal for us. Maybe if that's possible. No, I'm joking, but I didn't really have time to reflect on that. But I'm someone who really looks forward to have rules who can help the team to perform when we have the ball, more offensive rules. I'm someone who like to see really good style of football, attacking teams, so something around that. I didn't really reflect on specific and detailed rule, but something around attacking rule. Sorry, not precise, but...
That's okay. Do you think his idea would work though?
Again, I didn't really reflect on that. Probably. I don't have a strong idea on that, sorry.
That's okay. And when I spoke to Jocelyn this morning, as I will still on a Friday, he was saying he thinks rules around fairness, so everybody gets a sort of fair shape of the stick, that's what he would introduce. He had some specific ideas.
Yeah, I think it's always fair to reflect around fairness. I think that's what we want to see on the pitch. When you work so hard during the week in training sessions and you prepare your team for the weekend, you just want to come out of the game with this fair spirit. So probably it's a good one to mention. Yeah.
Good. I hope it's a good match on the weekend.
Thank you, Helen.
Thanks, Helen. Emily next, please.
Hi Sonia, I hope you're good.
Hi,
I
Emily.
just wanted to ask a bit more about Sam Kerr. Obviously you've known her for a while now, but it's only recently that you've kind of been able to see her playing matches. Is there anything new that you've learned about her over the past couple of weeks?
Not really. I think from the player she was when I was facing her as a manager and the player she is now with me being her manager, I think nothing really surprised me. I know all the quality she has, what she can bring in the team. Probably I would say as a player, I didn't really learn a lot about her. I already knew everything. More as a person, I didn't know a lot about Sam as a person, and she's someone who works really hard. She's humble, and she always put the team first. She can be really shy sometimes around some public things when she has to be in front of the lines. She doesn't like that, so probably what I learned the most from her as a person.
And you've got Naomi and Lauren James came back midweek. How happy does that make you that you've got players of that calibre coming back into the squad? Yeah,
really happy. I think we are coming into a busy period in our schedule. That's important to have as many players as possible available with the quality they have and the impact they can bring into the team. So for that reason, I'm really pleased with having players back and the fact I have many options going into every game.
Great, thanks Sonia. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. Lovely accent. Dan, can you round us out, please?
Hey, Sonia.
Hey, Dan. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Just want to ask you a little bit about Lexi Potter, because obviously we've seen her a little bit in the European games. Feels like she's been around forever, having signed that professional contract so young. So what's kind of the next step of her development? Second half of the season, could you potentially look to loan her out?
Yeah, Lexi is a great young player, a lot of talent. I think you could see that when she came in on the midweek game. I know the quality she can have. The competition is really high in our Chelsea squad, so probably she doesn't get the minutes she would like to have and she deserves to have from her quality. But I really want her to stay with us for the second part of the season, and we need to find a way to give her more room to make sure she gets more minutes and she can prove herself on the pitch.
came in last season, I think it was 7 straight wins, and you know, you were pretty much in top spot throughout the season. So, you know, having City kind of battling with you for the title, do you kind of welcome that competition, and does that kind of drive the standards even more?
Yeah, I think I already mentioned that, but the league is really competitive here. Even if I understand from your point of view last season, maybe the competition was not that high because we finished in a really strong position with 12 points ahead of Arsenal. But for us, it always felt every weekend it was tough and the competition was high. So it doesn't change anything this season. We know a lot of teams in this league can compete for the title. The title race has been really tough, and Man City is now at the top of the table. But it doesn't change anything for us. We are still early on in the season. We know what we want to achieve, and we keep this in mind. We are focused to achieve our goals, and we are still in a good position for that. That's really good for the women's game to have that competition and to have many teams who can race for the title and to compete at the highest level with us.
That's brilliant. Thanks for that, Sonia. Best of luck for the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, everyone. We'll leave it there.
Cool, thank you.